You know, with winter time comes cabin fever, and I've been spending a lot of time in the shop and in that apartment building. And I kind of get itching to get out, and we have a pretty nice day today. This is just after dinner time, noontime. And we're in that mid-30s area. The sky is pretty decent. We have some broken clouds, kind of a high ceiling. So I thought I'd come out and do a little work on this fence. I put in some corner braces for a fence. This is on the top of our place. I've got a little hay ground here. So, I pulled a lot of the posts out of the ground last spring in an effort to rebuild this. I've got a lot of the old wire already rolled up. This old wire isn't worth using again. It gets so hard and brittle that it's just time to replace it. So I've got all new wire to go in. So I've got this all wrapped up, and you can see I've got some posts laid out here. There's a few steel posts in here that I can reuse again, but a lot of these wood posts I've got pulled out. And I don't know if you can see the fence line just right on the horizon. That's another set of end braces that I've stuck in. I've left one tie in kind of this dip, which is kind of common for building fence. But I thought I'd come out and enjoy some sunshine, pick up some posts, and just enjoy the day. I really like being up here. It's got quite a view. I'll kind of show you some of that. This is kind of the north view. And in the far distance is what's called the Harris Hill. And this is headed over more toward the west direction. You can just see kind of the high light clouds. In the distance is our closest neighbor. They're about a half mile away. And then as you look kind of more southeast, you can see the Pryors in the distance. Our neighbors here have got quite a patch of ground here that is infested with prairie dogs. So this comes in pretty handy. It's just kind of a general all-around little outfit. All these posts will end up in the fireplace. Make a really good firewood. Old cedar and juniper posts. There's nothing like being outside. Well, this is about midway up our east line fence. We go on north over the top of this knoll here. So this is the corner brace that's stuck in on the kind of the north end of this fence. A brace here, and then there was a gate here that I'll go ahead and rebuild the gate. So let me show you what's over this knoll. So just off our hayfield, we go into a couple draws, and you can still see there's a pretty fair snowbank. When we get that southwest Chinook wind, it fills in these coulees and draws. That'll take a while because the sun just doesn't go there. And this is, like I say, about midway, and here to the right, get my shadow in here too, huh? But this is our east line fence, and I think you can, I don't know if this camera will pick that up. We dropped through a number of draws going around, but you can maybe see a corner fence, a line fence down. That's our north boundary, and I've got hayfield down below. This is kind of the north end of where we spent a little bit of time out here, and calves roam through all this. They pasture through all this through the summertime, and when it's been nice like this and the snow's gone, they've been out here grubbing around quite a little bit. There's really a pretty nice stand of grass in here. We got some different wheat grasses. There's a little bit of needle and thread in here. Pretty nice stand of good old prairie grass. There's a number of times I'll be walking around out here, and these deep little draws, this is where the deer like to bear their fawns in the spring. It's really protected out of the wind. We got some cedar brush and some sagebrush in here, and they just really like to find the shelter in here. So it didn't happen today, but oftentimes we'll jump. We have mule deer out here. Quite a view for me. I really enjoy it. Anyway, there's a fair enough little load. I'll take that down and put it with the pile of other old posts that we've got. I've rebuilt all my north fence, all the west fence, this fence here, so I'll have a pretty fair pile, and this all makes good firewood. Myself locked in here. This is my pile of fence posts. Always seems like they accumulate if you fix very much fence. This has kind of been my little fencing outfit. It's an old 80s series Yamaha Big Bear 350. Kind of great for running fencing tools around. to line up all my posts for where my steel posts are going to go. I'm going to run a line wire that'll just help me unspin that, and I'll let the four-wheeler do the work. So I'm going to go just walk this line back and make sure it's not hung up on any sagebrush or bunch grass crowns. Kind of make sure it's kind of straight. Yeah, we're about maybe 7 inches off of this tie. We'll just bring that right over to it. That'll work. And a little hung up right here. That actually brings us a little closer to that tie. We're within maybe 3 inches now. That's even better yet. Oh, that'll work. Just line this up. I'm just gonna kind of loosely tie this off. What that does is it'll help me line up my posts. I'll grab some steel posts and come on up and line them up. Post driver, and I think I'll run about 20-25 posts up maybe. We'll start with 25. I got a few up there from the old fence. Oh, better take my stretcher and my bucket of tools, fence and pliers, clips, hammer. Should be good. So general rule of thumb is one fence post every rod. Well, a rod is roughly 16 feet. I don't get all that scientific about it. I take off 5 paces and I try to judge about a 3-foot stride. So I'll set a post, just lay it down alongside this fence and step off 5 paces, lay a post, 5 paces, lay a post. So coming up to this railroad tie, I don't quite have 10 pieces. I'm going to split the difference. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. Somewhere about there. Going through a draw like this, it's actually good to have a few more posts. Get all 5 strands tightened up. There's an upward pull on that, so the posts that are a little closer together here will actually work against that pull, and that's the main reason why this railroad tie is here, is to keep the down pressure through this little dip. When I initially was figuring this fence last spring, I was going to leave some of the wood posts, and I had calculated that I was going to substitute 20 steel posts. Then I changed my mind and I pulled all the old wood posts, so I didn't really know what my post count was going to be. I've got 25 laid out to here and I'm short, so I'm just going to step off how many more posts I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 11, 1, 3, 4, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm right at my post here. So I need to go bring up 12 more posts. So there's our 11 and 12. So as I go back with my post driver and just hammer all these in, I'll re-step all this off and double check my measurements. So since I am fencing calves off of my hay ground, they'll be over here when the green grass comes, so the pressure will be to get to the green grass. So I'm putting my posts on the inside of this wire, so as they push on the wire, they're actually pushing on the post and not just the clips. I'm going to turn my mic off. That's probably pretty hard on your ears. There's a fair bit of rock up here. It was kind of fun pounding. Maybe not so much. That's why there's a gravel pit right next door. So this is kind of repetitious. Got one done, that's 34. Had an extra one down there, I have 35 more to go. So I won't bore you with all this. This is kind of how I line out a fence. I thoroughly enjoy being out. I thoroughly enjoy fixing fence. and enjoy you following along. Thanks for doing that.